What a green day we had in the stock market today, guys. Holy crap. We were green all across the board. The VIX went down 8%, so we got a lot to break down in this video. So sit back, relax, take a sip of your coffee, get your 10 stocks from Moomoo and your 6 stocks from Webull, link down below, and let's just dive into it. So check it out. The S&P 500 ended up going up 1.9% on the day. We had the Russell up 2.2, NASDAQ up 1.8, as the Dow, wait a second, the Dow went up over 2% as well. That is insane. So the Russell and the Dow over 2%, NASDAQ, S&P pretty much up 2% as well. Again, the VIX went down 8%, and we had silver up 2.3, gold pretty much broke even, and Bitcoin and Ethereum, those are moving up as well right now. So let's just dive into it, guys. Let's break down what I'm noticing. So I mentioned this in my earlier video, my morning video, which, by the way, if you guys like those morning videos, check out my Patreon. I make those for the top tier members every single trading day, so that's linked down below. Shameless plug. And we called it out. We talked about how the top of the wedge here on the 20-day chart is a very critical spot. And lo and behold, we ended up running all the way pretty much to the top of the wedge today. SPY closed at 385. We had triple Q close at about, let's see here, 292, 293, pretty much right at the top of the wedge. So I'm looking to see what's going to happen. I'm very eager to see, rather, what's going to happen at the top of this wedge here. Are we going to get selling pressure, let's say at 295 on triple Q, right around, 390, 385 on SPY? Is this going to be selling pressure, or are we going to get the bulls to push us through there? And the truth is, we got to be patient because we're not going to find out till Monday. I mean, that's just the reality of the matter. We can all guess and be like, oh, it's going to break out here. Oh, we're going to get selling on Monday and Tuesday, but we don't really know. Anything could happen over the weekend. We could get some crazy catalyst out of the blue, and then we're down on Monday massively. Or maybe nothing comes out over the weekend, and, the green continues. That's possible. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And if you all find value in the videos, make sure to smash that like button and to subscribe. It really helps your boy out in the YouTube algorithm, the good old YouTube algorithm, which that thing is a freaking beast. Let me tell you guys. So let's talk about what's going on with individual stocks right now. We have a couple that are doing very well and some that maybe aren't doing as well, but I'm still watching them, here in the near term. Number one, we have United Health Group, ticker symbol UNH, right? This is one that reported earnings this morning, and the stock ended up going up 5.4% on the day. That's on EPS of $5.57 versus $5.20 estimated, and revenue of $80.3 billion versus $79.68 billion. So double beat EPS and revenue, and they raised Q2 adjusted EPS outlook to $21.40 to $21.90 versus the $21.69 estimated. So nice guidance, double beat. United Health Group is ripping. You guys can see it here on the 20-day chart. And you can see it here on the 4-hour chart as well. And this is one that we've been calling out in, the past couple of videos ever since it started getting out of this downwards channel and the moving averages. We've been calling it out. Excuse me, guys. And look at it. It's been going. It's been running. And at this point, we are a little bit overbought, so don't be surprised if we get maybe, a mini pullback or two in the short term. But overall, this is clearly gaining momentum towards the mid-500s again, which mid-500s, that's where we were in the middle of April. So, yeah, excuse me, guys. My freaking throat today. Unbelievable. So, yeah, UNH, keep your eyes on this breakout. Oops, I got an ice chip in my mouth. Another one that's breaking out is Visa, ticker symbol V. It's not nearly as as great of a breakout as UNH is quite yet. Maybe it does get there, but Visa is slowly creeping out of the descending triangle. We can see here it broke out of 205, which was the high from the end of June. Now we closed up 2% on the day, close at 210. So we're not fully breaking out. Don't get it twisted, guys. But in the short term, this could start making its way towards 215, maybe $217 a share. That is where we were in the beginning of June. That's the next gap to fill, the next resistance. And if 217 breaks, hey, 225, maybe 227. That's where we were back in the end of March, early end of April. So yeah, that's where it could be going to. But in the short term, very short term, 215, 17, that's where I'm going to be watching on the upside here for Visa. And AMD is another one that's important. This is one that is still clearly in a downtrend, no breakout, no reversal in sight like we're starting to see with Visa and we clearly see on UNH. It's still clearly AMD in a downtrend, but if I pull up the 3-year chart for this stock, guys, look, we are, yes, okay, fine. We did take the lows out from the beginning of May of 2021. We took that low out momentarily. But we're still, overall, in the grand scheme of things, holding the trend, uptrend here. And you can see buyers are slowly stepping in at this 180 on this 3-year chart. So if we give out at $70, 75, this general area that we're in right now, if this falls under into the 60s, that would be very bad for AMD. But the bulls here have a fighting chance, and clearly it went up 3%. We're getting buying pressure above this moving average. So as long as the bulls are holding this, we might get some sort of sustained, I don't want to say a sustained rally all the way back to the highs. I mean, I'm not saying that quite yet, but we might get a little, maybe a short-term rally, maybe back towards 95, $100 a share. If you guys take a look on this yearly chart, does that look too out of the ordinary? I mean, we just hit a fresh low. We've just been beaten to death from $110 to $71. I mean, that's a 40% drop in just a month and a half on AMD. So, I mean, is it crazy to say, yeah, it's going to run a little bit? Maybe back towards 95, 100. I don't think that's crazy at all. So AMD looks like one that is not quite yet reversing, but it could be a bounce back, maybe a relief rally candidate. That's what I'm looking at right now with this particular stock. So the next one, which is not a stock, it's a real estate investment trust, and I've called it out many times on the channel, guys. It's Vici Properties. Vici Properties had itself a day today, 3.7% green day, closed just in the middle, the mid 32s today, 32.50, and I'll be honest, this thing is pretty overbought now. I would not chase it at this point. The time to have gotten in was, and mind you, I don't want you guys to get in based on these videos. That's not the point of these videos. But if, let's say you were to trade it, 28, 29, 30 would be the time to have gotten in, and now would be the time where I would be trimming. Now, am I trimming my position? No, because I'm holding it for the longer term, but I'm talking if you're trading it, right? That's where I would be trimming it. So this is one that I was, again, calling out recently, and I've personally owned this for the entire year. I started buying Vici probably in January and February, March. I started building it out in the beginning of the year, and it's done well. They pay a nice dividend, I think 4 or 5% right now, and clearly, based on the stock chart, this has done very well. Dividend aside, it's done very well in just the price. The price of the REIT has gone up this year, I'm pretty sure, or at least in the past couple of months. So, yeah, Vici is one that, although it is overbought in the short term, if we do get a little pullback, which I suspect we will, I think buyers will pick it up $30, $31 again. So watch out for Vici. I like it. Fortinet is another one. FTNT is the ticker. This one up 4.5% on the day. And look at this. The next couple of stocks here, they all have a very similar pattern. Look, we're holding an uptrending channel. We just hit a high of $63.50 roughly a couple of days ago. That was at the top of this channel. Now we pulled back to about 55. Buyer stepped in. 180 SMA. Now we close above 60 today, above both moving averages. So it looks like 4.5% green day today. This is building up momentum to at least take the, or rather test the highs out from last week or earlier this week, or even take the highs out. It could be going from 63 maybe to 64, 65 bucks a share. So I like the way this one's setting up. Upwork is another one that's setting up nicely, and it looks pretty much the same, right? We pulled back from 25 bucks a couple of days ago. got to about 19, 20. It saw a 17-18% drop in just a couple of days. Big drop on Upwork. And now we're starting to get buyers coming in. Volume kicked up a little bit today. The stock went up 2%. I feel like if we start moving past 21.50 on Upwork, this is going to start pushing mid-20s again. So I'm going to set my alert at 21.50. And mind you guys, I'm not telling you what to do. I can't say that enough. But these are levels that I'm watching, and these are all for trades. Short-term, couple of days, maybe a week or two, depending on the stock, the situation, right? So, yeah. 21.50. I set my alert there on Upwork. I like it. And the next one, the last one for this video, we're pretty quick today on this Friday, guys. Hope you all do have a great weekend, by the way, and had a great week this week. I mean, today the stock market was fantastic, right? Crowdstrike is another one that looks the same. We're towards the bottom of this channel. Oversold, I would say, more oversold than overbought. It's come down from about 195 to about 165 in just a couple of days, 14% drawdown, and today it went up 3%. We got some buyers coming in. My alert's at 180, right by that 50 SMA. If that point's able to break, which I suspect by the looks of it, next week, it might. I think it will. We could be going back up to, let's say, 195, maybe even higher than that. So these last three look very good. I really like Upwork, Crowdstrike, the way those charts are looking, Fortinet, and Vici is just breaking out like no other. And AMD looks like it could have a relief rally. Visa, you got to watch the breakout on Visa there, and UNH, the momentum is likely to continue, in my opinion. So great day overall in the markets, guys. We had pretty much all stocks out there did well. I mean, the banks reported yesterday, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, those tanked, and then they ended up rebounding, recovering all those losses today. We had Citigroup go ballistic, and I made a post on my Patreon about Citigroup, how I'm looking at potentially, I don't do this all the time, but I might consider buying some, puts on it to speculate a little bit, or maybe even short it as it comes to about 51, 52. I think this rally is getting a little crazy, but I'm not going to just jump the gun on that. I'm going to give it a couple of days, probably next week, and we'll see how it ends up looking, because the last thing I want to do is, once the market opens on Monday, I open a short position. That's the last thing I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to give it a little bit, see how things play out. And maybe I'll consider that, right, on ticker symbol C. We shall see, because I'm in the camp of, okay, we had a great day in the markets today, but I'm not convinced the selling's over. I'm still in that camp, guys, and eventually the selling will be over. There will be a bottom. Who knows where that bottom is, but I'm not going to, call it, or, I'm not going to. The truth is, I'm relying on the technicals a lot here. I'm not going to be like, oh, the bottom's in, the green is, we're going to just see a bunch of green now, because the technicals aren't backing that up yet. And we covered that in all my videos earlier today, so we're not going to get back into that subject. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap the video up. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe, drop me a comment. Join my Patreon if you want all my morning videos. What's it called? I'm mixing up the pitch here, guys. If you want the morning update videos, more access to me throughout the day, buy, sells, call outs, real time, all that is on Patreon, link down below. Don't forget to also get your 10 stocks for Moomoo. It's free money with a $100 deposit. Each of those stocks could be valued up to $2,500, and get your 6 stocks from Webull with any amount deposited. All of those are linked down below, and just know, every link down there, guys, it helps out the channel, and without you, seriously, this wouldn't be possible. So cheers to that. I appreciate you all. As always, have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow. I do have some content, some shorts coming out this weekend, so be on the lookout for that. Make sure to follow me on TikTok as well, at StasSurfez, and my backup account is at Stas Talks Stocks. So I'll see you there. See you later, guys. Peace out.